About a month ago, my father, Ron Bettger, passed away unexpectedly. He not only was a wonderful father, but he was the founder of our company. And I thought I would take just a couple minutes to let the rest of you know what kind of a guy he was. Ron's unquestionable work ethic developed early while working on his relative's farm in Clay County, Nebraska. When his parents found jobs in the meatpacking industry, they settled in Ralston, where Ron graduated from high school in 1957. He was a star of track and field and played football for the Rams. He became interested in all things that had engines. He studied auto repair and landed a job as a mechanic at H.P. Smith Ford. Ron made a career switch in the early 60s and began selling tools out of a truck for Cornwell Tools and later Mack Tools. He sold to professional mechanics all over the city of Omaha and began building relationships through his no-nonsense, trustworthy, and outgoing personality. He also began serving his community through his work with the Millard Lions Club. His natural leadership came through as he served in many positions and spent countless hours serving and building lifelong relationships with his Millard contemporaries. During this time, he met his best friend, Gene Moberg. In 1970, they decided to open their own muffler shop, and they named it House of Mufflers. He was an entrepreneur by nature, and all of his skills began to flourish. The pair quickly grew their business from one shop on 84th and L Street to 4 shops in Omaha. Then Ron and Gene split their business interests, but they still remained the closest of friends. But Ron had big ideas of opening another business where he saw an opportunity in selling wholesale auto parts. He opened Denver Muffler Warehouse in 1981. All the while, Ron was establishing himself as a leader in the industry as he became president of the Exhaust Systems Professional Association and made friends across the country in the auto parts and repair field. In 1986, he started Midwest Undercar in Omaha and soon opened another location in Kansas City. Through his solid relationships with manufacturers, customers, employees, and fellow wholesalers, Midwest Undercar became one of the most respected and successful auto parts wholesale businesses in the country. At the turn of the century, Ron sold his businesses and devoted his retirement to he and his wife Karen's life and his family. He took such joy in his 6 grandchildren. He was always proud, but never boastful. He watched them grow up in wonderment. And he built his life so he and Karen could enjoy time with them at their homes in Naples and in the Ozarks. And all the while, he built friendships around every home. Ron never went to college. It was never an issue in his life. He was an entrepreneur before it was cool. His thirst for learning never stopped. He was never intimidated by anything. He never said he was gonna do something. He just did it. Obstacles were never considered. Natural leadership flowed out of him. He just never considered telling someone to do something that he wouldn't do himself. People were drawn to him and they were loyal to him as he was to them. He was successful but never put on airs. His life evolved into knowing that the paramount of success was loving relationships with family and friends. He impacted countless lives without knowing that he did. And his children and his grandchildren are a reflection of him.